For our third video, we're going to see that we're going to be working with radicals, simplifying them into imaginary numbers. We'll be doing problems 7 through 11. By definition, the square root of -1 is I. You'll get that on the test just as well. Same thing with number 8. I squared by definition is just -1. So we'll be able to get those answers quickly. For number 9, every time you see a negative inside of a square root, pull out an I. The square root of 16 is one of those wonderful numbers that is a perfect square. You could confirm very quickly that the square root of 16 is just a 4. What number times itself is 16? It's just a 4. Final answer here would be a 4i. Take a look at number 10. Well, I'm going to take out an I, and then I'll have radical 18. Notice that 18 is not a perfect square. If you tried to take the square root of it, you'd get a decimal. You don't write that down. You've got to simplify that radical. We do that with the division tree. Now remember our primes. Our primes are the numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so forth. Try your first prime. Try a 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Obviously, 2 won't divide into 9, but we go to our next prime right up here, which would be 3. 9 divided by 3 is a 3. 3 is a prime number. What you're seeing is you now have arrived at your prime factorization. What we do next is we just look for 2 of the same number. Hopefully you can notice we have 2 3s there. And because we have 2 3s, out comes a 3, and we're left with that 2 inside. So we'll have 3i radical 2. 3i radical 2. The last one in this video is going to be number 11. Take out an I, and you'll have I radical 28. Now what? Well, we'll go ahead and try to break 28 down. It's not a perfect square. You can even do that off to the side here. You could say, well, let's try 2. We're looking at our primes. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 2 divides into 14 again. 14 divided by 2 is a 7. So I have 2 times 2 times 7. Where are we going with this? Well, this is I, but the 28 I think of is 2 times 2 times 7. Do we have 2 of the same number? You bet we do. There are 2 2's. So pull out a 2. What you haven't circled stays inside. Your final answer is 2i radical 7.